Hi guys, coming here today about being very transparent with you guys. This past weekend I actually been debating whether to come here live and do this, but I can't possibly be the only person feeling this way. So this is entitled Share Your Truth about your health and fitness and find you fit. Here I am about to share my own truth. Let me know if I'm the only one feeling this way. This past weekend, which was supposed to Memorial Day weekend, was supposed to be an amazing weekend, which it was an amazing weekend with family and siblings. I had a great time. However, I don't know if it's opposite here. I had a great time, but at the same time, I was also miserable. Miserable how? Let me know if you're watching. I was just not comfortable in my own body. What do I mean? My head was not, my mind is just not catching up with what my body, hey. Oh, okay. I will speak a little louder. Cool. Good. Thanks. My head was not, is that better? Let me know. My head was not catching up with what my body is now capable of doing. What do I mean is I was just really uncomfortable in my own skin. I can't possibly be, yes, I can't possibly be the only person that feels this way. If you're anywhere within, I don't know, if you're within from 40 to 50, or you're a woman especially dealing with any type of hormonal changes or any type of changes due to chronic pain or fitness level or health, any kind of issues whatsoever, I'm sure you have had. Let me know if you've experienced this. I was just not recognizing my body. I was just not in my body. It was it was not due to pain or anything. It was just, I was just not comfortable. It's just like this body might as well have belonged to somebody else, because it just didn't feel like my own. And it was just weird. It didn't feel like my own. And if you ever felt this way, please let me know. Write something down below. Let me know if I'm alone or not. That's why I wanted to come out with this. It's just I'm dealing with issues of course, the body dysmorphia is really there, as in my mind and my body are not quite relating to the way it's moving. It's heavier. Yes, I know I was heavier in the past, but I also had a fitness level that matched. But in my head, it was so weird that my body and my fitness level just didn't, my mind and my fitness level just didn't work together. So the whole time, although I was with people that I love, with my siblings, with everybody, I just didn't feel like, it just didn't feel right. It just felt like I kept moving and looking for somebody else's body that, or looking for my body to do things that for some reason that it's no longer doing, or it's no longer capable. I'm not sure it's capable of doing. I'm not sure that's the right word, but it was all in my head. And also carrying the extra pound is just not, it's not helping. Anybody that has had any weight issues knows this. You know, when you're not feeling right, or any woman for that matter feels this, that if you're either at that time of the month or there's any hormonal surges, there's that, first 2 weeks of the month or whatever it is in your cycle, you feel like you're on top of the world, and then you feel completely defeated, that nothing works for you, and that the body's not yours, or just nothing works. Anyway, so that's the type of weekend that it was. If If you've ever experienced this, drop me a comment down below. Let me know how you felt, if that's ever happened to you. Because I've been really fighting this, that it's just been in my head so much so. It's been troubling me so much that when I came back into town, to tell you guys the truth, I wanted to quit my business. I wanted to stop being a personal trainer. I just couldn't do it. I felt like, I'm like, okay, I'm a fraud. Who wants to trust a fat trainer that cannot get a control of her own life? In my head, I know I can do all this stuff. I know I have all the knowledge. I know everything, not everything, but I know more than most about nutrition. I've learned it. I know more than most about hormones. I know, and having to explain that to people I know or to siblings or whatever, because I'm uncomfortable and I'm not liking the way my body looks. Yes, I am doing the exercises. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. However, there's some underlying issues. And I'm sure all women that have gone through the 45, 40 on knows, hormones are wreaking havoc. In my case, my thyroid is just going crazy. So as much as I'm controlling my food, as much as I'm trying to exercise, things are just not necessarily working the way I want them to work, right? And I just felt like a complete fraud, so much so that I really wanted to just quit. I was like, I'm just gonna quit. And but the more I thought about it, and then the flight over, because I just couldn't wrap my head around it. Just that and we were playing shooting, just frisbee and soccer and running. As much as I was having a good time, the whole time my head kept going around, oh my God, you're huffing, you're puffing. Oh my God, this is hurting. Oh my God, this is, but it was just, that's all the story that was repeating in my head. If you guys are watching, if at any time you felt this way, please do write below. Let me know. I would love to see your comments. Anybody felt that way before? But anyways, so that's the reason why I actually really wanted to come live to share this, because I can't possibly be the only person having this story repeating on loop in my head. I can't possibly be the only one. And and the thing is, I know what to do. It's not that I don't know what to do. The exercises, let me see, I feel like every time I train consistently, something happens and set me back like a million steps. Exactly. That's exactly it. And beginning of the month. Yeah. Yes. I get you. The beginning of the month, I was working hard. My people can tell you in my group, accountability, everything was there, blah, blah, blah. It was there. And the next thing you know, the last 2 weeks, I couldn't freaking get out of bed. I was just basically just kind of like conserving my energy so I could go and teach my classes. It was just ridiculously hard to get out of bed. I still do. I mean, I still believe motion in lotion. No matter what, I still get up to do the bare minimum, like your 30-minute walk and blah, 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 blah. But it is, for me, it is a step back, because I really want to go hard. And I even got a trainer. I got a trainer to write me a program. I'm a trainer, but it's normal. I tell people, you know what? You can't get out of your head. Find somebody else to teach you, to coach you, to help you out. So I do that. I went, find somebody else, teach me, coach me. The program, I mean, it was a great program for me. Except, to tell you the truth, I was bored to death with the program, because the program took me so much down, which really, that's probably where I am in all truth and reality. But in my head, that's not where I am. In my head, I want to do all these things, and the program took me so low, and I was just like, ugh, really? I've done the program 3-4 times, and I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do this thing. I really did not want to do that program because I was just like, this, I know that's what I needed, but in my head, I can do so much more. You know, I mean, I'm the person that was freaking killing it. I'm the person that was teaching 18, 20 classes a freaking week. I'm the person that was doing all this. Perhaps maybe you were, I don't know, you were a complete athlete, or maybe you were not an athlete. Maybe you never had to freaking diet to lose weight. You could eat whatever you want. And then you know what? As you're growing older, yeah, now you smell the pizza and you gain the weight, right? Or you attempt to freaking, you could just go from couch to running to 5K or whatnot. And now you try to go from couch to a little jog. And guess what? You break your foot, or your knees hurting, or you can't wake up in the morning. I mean, that is the nature of growing old, of aging. And we can still do it gracefully. However, sometimes the mind, it's kind of hard for your mind to just kind of wrap around the whole thing, especially if you're going from one injury to another, or if you're dealing with chronic pain, or in my case, on top of the injuries and the chronic pain, if I'm dealing with freaking hormone imbalances and thyroids wreaking havoc, and I'm just like, I saw my siblings 3 months ago, and then I was like, yeah, I gained freaking 10 pounds since the last time I saw you, but I'm still exercising and eating properly. But you know what? I don't recognize this body of mine because it's doing whatever the hell it wants to be doing. I feel like I'm not even in control of it because it does whatever the hell it wants to do. But as much as I went through all that this whole weekend, and just the body dysmorphia was just horrible. And it was in my head. It was just like really, no matter what I did to try to get out of my head, I just couldn't get out of my head. And like I said earlier in the video, I really wanted to just quit being a trainer. And I was just like, why would you quit being a trainer? And I'm thinking, you know what? It's just a little bump in the road. And at the same time, I've had conversation with people around me, and people say, well, you know what? Do you have, I'm a trainer, I'm supposed to lead people. Does that mean I have my shit together? Not necessarily. I just have the knowledge. I have a little bit more knowledge than you. Do I have my whole shit together? No, not necessarily. And is it a destination? No. And that's the thing. A lot of times that we look at it and we think it's all a destination. We need to get from point A to point B. And once you get from point A to point B, you would have the whole thing figured out. Not necessarily. It's actually a whole journey. You know what? And in the journey, you have there's the peaks and the lows. The peaks and the lows, and you just kind of have to ride them like a roller coaster, and hoping at every single turn that you're just doing the right decision, and you're just riding it gracefully. So the whole aging and just trying to age gracefully and find your fit, it will change. It will be more at times and will be less at time, and the whole time is just to kind of keep our mind going with the bodies, because sometimes we tend to stay a lot in our heads, especially for us women. So if any of you guys, please do write below if you've experienced this. Just kind of right below, either send me a thumbs up, angry face if you are not, if this is not resonating with you at all, just send me an angry face and get out. If you don't want to listen to me anymore, that's just fine. But if you're resonating if what I'm saying is resonating with you, just write yes at the bottom. If you've experienced it at all, just write yes at the comment. Let me know what you do. How do you get past that bump? How do you accept the changes gracefully? Whether it's the changes because of aging, or changes because of health, changes because of your fitness has changed, any kind any kind of those changes. I would love to know if you could write below for me. Let me know. Just share with each other, what do you do to not stay in your head, to get to that level where your mind just kind of agrees with what you're looking at you in the mirror. Because right now, I tell you the truth, I'm going to be completely transparent. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I'm not recognizing who that is. I'm just like, I'm not recognizing who that is. Or I write, more specifically, I actually write my fitness programs, and I write them, and then I go to do them, and I realize, oh shit, I actually can't do this shit. In my head, yes, I used to be able to do it, but now when I have to do, and I'm like, this body, I'm not recognizing what this body is capable of doing. But you know what? I can easily just sit my ass down. Pardon my French, but I mean, I'm just gonna be frank, completely transparent. That's how I talk. I'm a bit of a sailor, so some days I just kind of want to sit my ass down and say, well, okay. But you know what? Sitting down is not necessarily an option, because it's like rusting and nothing will happen. Hi, Shantae. Yes, I know you feel me. I know you feel me. I know you and me, we're right there. I know you feel me. And we can't possibly be the only two people that feel this way. And so a lot of times I look at those exercise videos, I look at that stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got this, no problem. Until I go to do it and I'm like, oh shit, I can't do this anymore. Or I'm huffing, I'm puffing. I can hardly keep up with my own people. And I'm just like, I can't, what is this? I'm supposed to be the leader. I'm supposed to be freaking fierceless. I'm supposed to be badass, right? I'm supposed to be that badass trainer. And I really seriously wanted to quit this weekend. I was just like, I have no business being a trainer. I have no business leading freaking women with issues with their bodies. I can't even get a hold of my own. But then I realized, yeah, it's nothing but a journey, and we're all in this together. There's not an end point. Well, maybe there is. That's when we're dead. And you know what? I'm not quite looking forward to, that's not what I really want to live life fully. The dead part is not what I'm aiming for right now. So, therefore, the sitting down is not necessarily an option. So, we have no choice but bitch and moan and pick it up and move and just do it, like Nike says. So, it's just, there's no choice, and we just kind of I had to talk myself into it and say, you know what? Just dust yourself off. I know you're not liking that extra big booty, but that's what it is right now. Those extra fluffy thighs, that's what it is right now. And let's just get the work done. So, and like my friend right here, Shantae, is watching. I watch a lot of her accountability videos, and we just have to get it done. You know what? Because nobody will do it for you. Even if you feel like your body is betraying you. I have so many of my clients, going through this. I understand. A lot of women are going through this. Hormonal changes. Yes, let's just get it done. And a lot of times, guys, it's not, and I have to remind myself that, because we're in a society, we all want to look good. We all want to look good, right? And looking good is very subjective. It's all up to you, right? Somebody may look at me and say, oh yeah, you already look good. But you know what? In my head, no, that's not what it is. That's not what look good for me means. Everybody's different. Everybody's at a different part in their journey. I feel that extra weight. I've lost it before. I know I can do it. However, this time, my body and hormones do not want to cooperate with me. I'm doing everything I preach to do, but it is not, the message not going through, because there are other issues happening. And I feel it in my knees. I feel it in my freaking ankles. I feel it in my back. I feel like every single freaking joint is falling apart. You know, and I could easily just sit down and just do nothing. But I also know if I sit down and do nothing, not only am I going to feel it everywhere else, I'm probably going to end up having some cardiovascular problems, right? The last thing I want is to have a heart attack. So I get up and I do it. You know, at this point, exercise is not only to look good, like I tell everybody, usually that's what get us going. It's also to feel better. And a lot of times when I force myself to get up and do it, I feel better. And as much as you may wish, I wish somebody else to just get up and do it for me, that is not the case. So which is why I entitled this thing, Find Your Fit. So, excuse me, so your fit, yeah, so my fit now and my fit 4 years ago, or even 3 years ago, when I lost weight and got a six pack and everything else, are completely different. My fit now is, yeah, I walk for a warm up and I do a slight, I still challenge myself. So that's what it is, especially women. I'd like to talk to you women. If you're of a certain age, I hate to say a certain age because, 40 on or even 35 on, perimenopause, menopausal, or whatever it is, your hormones and things are going crazy. You're going through these changes. You're not recognizing your body. You're probably starting to suffer from some aches and pains that you didn't know existed before. Diets and or nutrition that you used to do before are probably not working or not working as well as they did before. Or even exercises or whatever that it is that you used to do is not working. And you're probably, just know that you're not alone. You're not the only one going through this. We're all in this together. Feel free to share it. That doesn't mean you're complaining. That doesn't mean you're being negative. Just kind of acknowledge it. And also doesn't mean that you just kind of have to sit there and accept. I'm not saying accept it. I'll put accept in quotes. You're still going to have to do the work. You're still going to have to do everything. Let me see. Looking good at our age doesn't just mean having a beautiful body, but having good health by working out is what makes... That is exactly true. Yes. Exactly. It's just you still have to work out, and looking good for me may not be looking good for somebody else, right? Everybody has their own looking good. So you need to find your own fit where you're, and that's the thing. And that's what I was grappling with is I still wasn't feeling in my own body. And if I could just wrap myself in a big robe and just hide, that's what I would do. And so that's why I decided to just kind of go ahead and come live and just face it and just be transparent and say, you know what, if you guys seen me, I haven't gone live in a while, is because I'm just trying to figure the shit out, just like everybody else is always trying to figure it all out. And you know what, pull myself from my bootstraps and just get it done. Did I have a couple pints of Halo ice cream and buried my sorrow? Yes, I did. And I'm coming clean. Halo ice cream though. I didn't do no Ben and Jerry's, none of that stuff. Anyways, and it is what it is, and just pick it up and just work out and get it done, and trying to find my fit and trying to find my redefining my health. So let me know if this is resonating, or if you felt this way in any way. Let me know. And if you need to just chat with me, let me know. I have an amazing group of supportive women. Well, we talk and shoot the breeze about all this, and it's just about finding our best fits at the age that we are, and constantly striving despite anything you may have, despite any health issue you may encounter, any weird pains due to aging, hormonal imbalance and whatnot. There's so many women, going around just with those silence. They're just silently in their head thinking, I just have to accept it, and that's how it has to be. By accepting, that doesn't mean give up, because a lot of women actually do give up and just kind of accept it and don't even try to work out anymore or try to eat healthy, and just kind of like let yourself go in that funk that it is no, thinking it is okay. It is not okay. You don't have to accept it. You still have to fight, still get your ass to the gym or at home or your backyard or whatever it is, but just get that workout done. Still strive to eat as healthy as you possibly can, because we only have this one body, and we just need to, even if sometimes you feel like it is it's betraying you, still do good by it, right? And another thing I wanted to tell people is that a lot of time, if you're noticing that you're doing everything that you need to be doing, specifically, I'm talking to women right now, specifically, I only train women. So if you feel like you're doing everything that you need to be doing and nothing is happening, please do go to the doctor, order a blood test, find out what's going on. Burying your head in the sand is not going to help. Find out what's going on. You may end up being like me and still not accepting, even if you find out what's going on, but at least you do have a clear picture and you find out what's going on. Nothing is worse than not knowing what's going on and you're killing yourself and you see no progress, or you still feel miserably crappy. So go get a blood test, find out what is going on, find out your hormone levels, find out your thyroid glands, how is it all working, find out what is going on, and then from there, then you know how to deal with it. Even if you do not know how to deal with it, at least you'll have a starting point and you'll find out what works with you. And again, I have to keep reminding myself of that. It's not necessarily like I said, there's no destiny. It's not a destiny and it's not a sprint. It's more of a journey. There's no freaking destination. And some days will be much better than others. And as long as you keep striving for each day to do your very best and to accept who you are and just get out of your head and try to make a better positive story, then things will get better. So if you resonated, if this speaks to you in any ways, shape or form, give me a like, a thumbs up or not. Share it with anybody or any friends, female friends you may have going through that issue, or sometimes, when you have that body dysmorphia in your head and your story is just not quite you're trying to catch up with a fitness level that you were before, or you're trying to get your body back from injuries or from sickness or for whatever. The struggle is very real to get that body back. And it is quite possible, and everybody has a different journey, and some people do get it back and way better, and some people keep fighting to get it back. Everyone is different, and although we're all in this together, let's try not to compare yourself to somebody else. Your journey is nothing but your own, and use somebody else's experience, use somebody else's expertise, talk to somebody else, just kind of exchange ideas and find out which way will work for you, which workout modality will work for you, which nutrition will work for you, what will work for your body to actually get it to perform at the best level that it possibly can, either at the time, whether you will get your your stamina of your youth of when you were 20, which is not necessarily true, I don't think. But, you know, you'll get something, you'll be at a different level. Just kind of accept it. You know, each age requires a different you. Each step of your life, each stage of your life requires a different you, right? So hopefully, let me know if you liked what I had to say. Thumbs up, down, angry face, whatever. And that's it. So anyways, the moral of the story is, no, I did not quit being a personal trainer. I picked myself up, dusted myself off, and decided. I started with June 1st, every day put out a workout for my people, and just writing a tons of workout plans, and just decided to make it freaking kick-ass month, as opposed to being all down, Debbie Downer. So that's all it is. Just kind of pick it up and just do it. Okay? Bye, guys.